That 40-year-old bald man that's going around TikTok right now talking about how your appearance matters, and basically if you treat yourself like shit, if you look like shit, life is gonna give you some shit. That bald man did not tell one lie. And
Hey beautiful people, how you are doing today? It's your girl Destiny here and welcome back to my channel. How you are doing? Hope you guys are doing fantastic. So this video, it is like let me know down in the comment section, do you think that looks are very important, and the way you look, the way you appear, it's very important, and it's good for you to put effort to the way you look? Love to know what you think about this. So this man came on the internet to talk about how looks are very important, as much as people want to talk about how, oh no, it's what's inside, beauty is inside. That is not always all that. Society and generally in the world, people are very superficial. So the way you look kind of shows how you navigate and how you go through life. And I wanted to talk about how he's 40 years old and he's overweight, and how he understands how that has affected how he moves around the society we live in today. And I find this conversation very interesting because sometimes we'll have conversation, no, it was very important, it was in the inside, not on the outside. Somebody can be pretty by society standard, and yet the person might have a very nasty behavior. But also, it just got me thinking, like, is it true that people are very superficial? Do you agree with that statement that people are very superficial? People will say one thing, but really the way you look really matters a lot. Let's go check out what this man has to say, and then we'll come back and talk more. But I'm really interested to know what you think about this.
A fat old black looks matter. They matter.
Okay.
I just turned 40 this past March, and one of my biggest regrets is not realizing just how important looks are and how much your appearance matters in this world. Human beings are naturally superficial. It's a part of our biology. It's ingrained in us. We can't help it. We are biased toward treating people who look good better. It's just the facts of life. The faster you realize this and the faster you accept this, the better off you will be in the long run. There are a lot of aspects about yourself that you can't change, but the ones that you can, change them as quickly as possible while you are still young and you have the energy, the flexibility, the agility, the time, and the resources to really work on yourself and your appearance. I'm working on my stuff right now as we speak. I've had a number of health setbacks over the years, but I can tell you that getting on social media and seeing all the reactions that I have gotten to my appearance, not that it has had a psychological impact on me in a way, because I'm fundamentally aware of the fact that, I'm overweight. But I think for me, it was kind of bittersweet just seeing the reaction, because it's like you just realize that as human beings, we just can't help but to be judgmental and to be superficial. And there's no use in trying to fight that. And if you really want to mitigate the stress of constantly worrying about your appearance, work on it. Because it is a fixable issue for most people. For the vast majority of people, it's fixable. You just got to work on it. You just got to take the time, sit down, do your due diligence, and put in the time and effort to really work on your appearance and how you want others to perceive you. Physically, that is. Now, your personality, it's a whole different story. I'm only talking about looks in this particular context. So that being said, if you're in your 20s, you're in your 30s, while you still have the energy, while you still have the time, because you may not have kids and a wife yet, please work on yourself. And even after you have kids and a wife, still work on yourself. Work on yourself. Keep up with your appearances, because people are going to judge you whether you want them to or not. So it's just facts of life. There's no use in complaining about it. There's no use in trying to, make videos on TikTok trying to get other people to, rally against, body shaming, or we got to be more blah, blah, blah. No, just stop. There's no point. It is what it is. Looks matter.
Okay. Please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. I'd love to know what you think about what he said down in the comment section. Do you agree with him that looks matter and the effort you put into yourself really shows how people interact with you and how people treat you? I want to know your own take down in the comment section, okay? But before we continue with this video, if you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and smash the subscribe button, because we have amazing conversation and banging conversation here on this channel every single day, and you don't want to miss out on this conversation. So go ahead and smash the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified once I upload videos, because we post every day. I post video every day, 2 videos every day, and you don't want to miss out on it. So we're going to hear people's response to what he said. I have my own response. I know, like, I have so much things on my head right now that I want to say. But one thing I caught from his own conversation was the fact saying that how people perceive you. The truth is, are you trying to look good or look a certain way so that people perceive you a certain way, or you're trying to look good for yourself so that you perceive yourself a certain way? Anyway, guys, let's go check out people's thoughts on this. Then I'll come back and share more of my thoughts. But please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. I'd love to know what you think about this conversation.
That 40-year-old bald man that's going around TikTok right now talking about how your appearance matters, and basically if you treat yourself like shit, if you look like shit, life is gonna give you some shit. That bald man did not tell one. And I did an experiment. Like, I actually did an experiment, and it is so true. I was in a slump, right? Like, around March, I was just feeling dusty, and I was not taking care of myself. Really, I was in a slump for like a good year, but I don't think I was depressed. I was just not taking care of myself. So I told myself for 7 days straight, every single day, I was going to put in my best effort in my appearance. That meant I was waking up at 5:30 every morning before I go to work. That meant my clothes was not wrinkled. That meant I was not rushing out of the house. That meant I was literally doing everything that I could to make myself feel the best way that I could. And when I tell y'all, my life changed drastically. People were nicer to me. I started getting free shit. I instantly started making new friends. It's like my aura completely changed, and my reality reflected the love that I gave myself. Am I saying I'm the baddest bitch in the world? No, there's still a lot of things that I could work on within myself. But I know one thing, bitch, when I get some money, if I wasn't trying to stack my money right now. And I recently got one of the best compliments. Somebody told me I look like I don't play. And I told them, you damn Skippy, I don't play, because I don't play about myself. But in all seriousness, it's like just putting in that effort in yourself to make sure that you look and feel your best. Life is going to look and feel good for you. So I challenge you, for 7 days, put forth your best effort. Now, I'm not going to sit up here and tell you I don't look dusty. Some of the do be looking dusty sometimes. Okay. Not very much, but I do. But for 7 days, tell me how your life changes and tell me how you feel about yourself.
Okay. One of my biggest regrets is not realizing just how important looks are and how much your appearance matters in this world.
So being on social media the past few years and having quite a bit of my content go viral every now and again, and with people kind of recognizing me every now and again when I go out, I quickly came to realize that, yeah, what I say is important, but people stop and look at my video because of the way that I look. Yeah. Pretty attracts people. People are just attracted to what they consider pretty. And all my life, I've used my pretty privilege to my gain, of course. Like, I'd be crazy not to. I'm not unaware of my pretty privilege giving me jobs, opportunities, putting me in rooms, even to allow me to even have a social media page. You know, it's because of the way I look. So I've used my looks for my own gain my entire life. And I remember when I was younger, I had a youth pastor who asked my youth group, which is pretty much all young women, he asked us, how can you use the way that you look to serve God? And we had never heard that before. So no one was really able to give a good answer. And I never understood that. And that question always stuck in my mind until literally just recently. It just recently clicked for me that the way that I look is not an accident. God made me look this way so that I could be attractive to people and then point them to him, right? So he's allowed me to have a social media page. He's allowed me to have a podcast. He's allowed me to look this way so that I can be a voice, so that people can be, first, you know, they might be attracted to how I look, but now I'm talking about God, and you're going to hear about God from me. So I've just recently understood, like, my looks can serve God, because it's going to be like a magnet to people. People are going to draw near to me because of how I look, and I'm pointing you towards God. Like, it's all a channel. And it's just so crazy that, like, years later, I really understood what he was trying to tell us. Like, yeah, you're pretty, sis, like, you're beautiful, but make sure you're using that for God. So, you know, dress modestly, you know, always just be something to where people look at you and they want to be next to you, because looks are very important. but just make sure that you're always pointing them towards God. Like that's your job with your looks. It's crazy.
I'm a fat old. Looks matter. They matter.
Let's really talk about it though, especially as somebody who didn't grow up conventionally attractive at all, to now getting treated a certain way, being treated nicer in certain spaces. That shift came from literally me investing into how I looked, how I presented myself out there, because people treat you based on how you treat yourself and what you are willing to tolerate. So if you're showing up there not looking your best, then people are going to treat you not the best. So as much as I hate to say it, looks really do matter.
Not realizing just how important looks are and how much your appearance matters.
Catch that, T, because the first investment that I made when it came to me and my looks, yeah, my teeth. I had braces before, okay? I had braces before I got my veneers. And another thing, there is a huge difference between veneers and crowns, okay? These are veneers. My teeth are still behind these veneers.
Okay.
I don't have little chiclets. Those are crowns. Know the difference.
Okay.
Hey, Freon Mills might be on to something, because he might be but one thing he ain't is a lie. Because you know one thing women like even more than a guy with money? A good-looking guy with money. Looks matter, and don't let nobody tell you otherwise. Don't get me wrong, it may matter less if you're rich, filthy rich. But newsflash, bucko, you're not rich, and you likely won't be. So if you're just a guy with money, you still gotta look good. Don't get it misconcepted or misconstrued. Because I hear the boys out there. Oh, men, you know, we age like fine wine. Our options increase with age. We get better with age. Yeah, if you look good and you're making more money. It's simple math. Have money, have looks. That gets you in the door. That's just the start.
Okay.
That's how you start playing the game.
Have you guys seen those videos from the overweight 40-year-old bald black guy? And he's talking about how important it is to look good, how looking good is more important than having money, and all of these things. This has been my thought process for years. Your looks are your currency. Unfortunately, we live in a completely superficial world. Do you know when they say your first impression is everything? Your first impression is always going to be your physical appearance. And as much as that sucks, it just is what it is. And that's what I love so much about his videos. Like, he's just real and raw, and he's not sugarcoating it. Right now, I'm on my hot girl walk. I'm making sure I'm getting my 10K steps in a day. I'm trying to lose this weight. And it's crazy because the better I look, the more opportunities I get, the better life is. And that goes for my weight, if my hair is done, does my skin look clear, do I got a little makeup on? And it really boils down to your confidence. When you look good, you're more confident. And so people treat you better and life is just better.
I'm a fat old black. Looks matter. They matter.
This man hit it right on the money. He goes on to say how important looks are in this society. And yes, it's incredibly superficial, but I'm just telling you from my personal experience, I was treated a whole lot differently when I was 30, 40 pounds overweight versus how I'm treated now. When I started looking better, people treated me nicer. Employers literally will treat you differently. And I know that's so incredibly unfortunate, right? But they will assume like, oh, he doesn't have discipline in this area of life. Even unconsciously, they'll think, he doesn't have discipline in other areas of his life as well. The good news is that's fixable. For 95% of people, just taking the small decision to start taking care of your health and lose the weight makes the world of difference. And if you're not sure where to start, go ahead and check out my profile. I have tons of free videos out there just to help you do just that.
Is not realizing just how important looks are and how.
This man is absolutely right. He's absolutely right. Appearance does absolutely matter. How you look is more prioritized, especially in this country. Your attractiveness, your appearance, your looks are much more valuable than your personality and your character and who you really are at the core. Because I can tell y'all from my own experience just how drastic of a change it was from being a much heavier girl to a smaller girl, how people treated me differently. how people put me in more spaces. I was more liked, I was seen, I was heard, versus when I was a bigger girl and I would hear comments like, well, you're pretty, but you're a bigger girl, you know, almost as if like, well, you know, you're not really worthy, right? He's right. It's sad, but that's the reality that we're faced in. I don't know that I necessarily agree with this creator that biologically humans are superficial. I don't think that's really the case. I think a lot of it has to do with just socialization and the influence of culture, specifically in the United States. Like Western culture has always pushed beauty standards. Appearance has always been important. Look at the media. Look at the things that are constantly highlighted as being beautiful, as being what you should look like. So of course, you know, the society that we live in is going to swallow those ideas and push them on people. That's why people are constantly going to the gym, constantly working themselves out, constantly taking pills, doing bariatric surgeries, all kinds of surgeries, plastic surgery to look a certain way. Because guess what? We just live in a country where if you don't look a certain way, you're not going to be wanted. Nobody's going to see you. You're not going to be put in certain spaces. Honestly, in some cases too, career wise, or if you're trying to really get yourself out there and, you know, do well economically, unfortunately, appearance also plays a role in that. But yes, I've experienced it. I get what he's saying. I just truly wish that people could really start shifting the culture as a collective to really start thinking outside of appearance, to really start thinking about who is a person, who are they, how are they showing up versus what they look like. Because at the end of the day, y'all, we're gonna get old. We're going to age, right? And all of these things that we're looking at as being exemplary, as being like the standard, as being what you should look like, they're eventually going to fade away. And so now what? Now what?
Fat old black looks matter. They matter. I just turned 40 this past March, and one of my biggest regrets is not realizing just how important looks are and how much your appearance matters in this world. Human beings are naturally superficial. It's a part of our biology. It's ingrained in us. We can't help it. We are biased toward treating people who look good better.
You know, my favorite thing about doing makeup is seeing that energetic shift that happens in people once they see themselves dolled up. Like, people will come in with their bare face, regular clothes on and everything. As soon as they see their face with the makeup on, it's like this different personality comes out. Like, it's this more vibrant, happy, magnetic personality. And it's even with men, like when they get a fresh haircut, locks retwisted, new outfit, something like that. Like, this energy makes people treat you different. And if you don't believe it, go somewhere looking regular and then go back to that same place looking good and just watch. They will treat you like a totally different person. Like, people will go out of their way to help you. They'll be nicer to you. They'll be smiling at you. It's just like other people feel happy when you feel like you look good. This is one of the reasons why I feel like it's important to always look like you put effort in how you look when you leave the house. Like, yeah, I get you want to embrace your natural, but the thing is, wearing makeup, or it doesn't even have to be makeup, I'm just biased, but looking dolled up or making sure you look good does not take away from natural beauty. That is an internal thing. Confidence is an internal thing. But if people treat you different when you are looking good, imagine how your life would be if you looked good every day. It's not even just a vanity thing. Like, these are the type of things that will attract opportunities to you. And I realized this when I noticed that I made the most money when I was dolled up every day. Well, not every day, but more often. So I'm just saying, don't underestimate what I'm telling you.
I was hoping for someone to say, no, it doesn't matter, da, 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 da. But I didn't get that in this video. Please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. I'd love to know what you think, because I know somebody's going to say that in the comment section. But give me your own reasons. I'd love to know what you think. Here on this channel, we are allowed to disagree, but we do it in a respectful way. So feel free, go on, share your thoughts. But please keep it respectful as always. Let's be respectful to each other down in the comment section. So here's my own take on this. Does look matters? Yes. And I feel like it's not just in the United States and all that. I feel like generally, globally, that is just the reality. The way you look, the way you present yourself really matters. I'm going to go on the superficial take and then go really deep. I personally, I noticed that when I have I don't really, like, this is even like, there's no foundation here. Just try to make myself look presentable. I noticed that when I do that and I go out, people treat me way different than when I go out with my natural beauty. You guys know I'm very comfortable in my skin. I love my natural face. Even though I have a lot of spots now, I still love it. But I noticed that shift of energy when it comes. And also, you get things get done for you like this when you look put together. Not just makeup, even with the clothes you wear. I'm a very tomboyish, comfortable type of clothes type of girl. But I noticed that when I put effort into my outfit, into how I look, like, not just about even wearing the most expensive or looking all dolled up, no, but just looking like you put effort and attention to the way you look, just kind of change the way people interact with you and how people perceive you. And the other side of it, yes, the way people perceive you. For me, I'm gotten to that place where the way people perceive me, you know, it's okay. It's okay. Have your own thoughts about me. But what is important is how I feel. And one of the reasons why I want to look good for myself is to make me feel good. And one thing a lot of people didn't really touch here on this conversation is the fact that when you start your healing journey, which is something we talk about here, how you're going to start doing your healing journey, and you find out that one of the things you're going to put yourself into is how to take care of yourself. And you notice studies that show the people that are depressed, they don't put effort into their look and all that. And the truth is that people that don't put effort on how they look, it shows what's going on inside. I'm not saying where if you're happy, think of those days that you're in a high spirit, you want to put on your best clothes, you want to be like, you're in a pump energy, you want to look in the mirror and love yourself. And so sometimes you pull out your best clothes on the closet and dance around and all that. That is exactly how it is. So when people talk about, oh yeah, look, it's sometimes it also has to do with you. Some people, it even helps them to build up their confidence when they look a certain way, when they look put together. I would say put together. It has it has to do with makeup. I'm just using makeup like the other sister just because but just looking really clean. You have your shirt neat up. I'm that person. I'm a very lazy girl when it comes to ironing my clothes. So you always see me with a tank top and joggers because those don't need ironing. But when people see like you put effort, your nails are done, your nails are clean, you're like, people, and it boils down to the way you treat yourself. The way you perceive yourself and the way you treat yourself shows in the way you look. I remember the first time I shaved off my hair, that was me rebelling, that was me screaming, that was me, and the first thing I did was to affect my parents, because some people will come and say, oh, appearance doesn't matter. It does to a large extent. Yes, what's on the inside, what's on the heart is very important, but sometimes you stop to listen to people or to approach. I feel like people that looks put together seems approachable. I don't know what I'm saying. You can easily say like, oh, that could be my friend, that could be you could see something, but when you don't look put together, it looks like you're lazy about even taking care of yourself. And I'm guilty of that. It's not every day I look all dolled up. No, I'm guilty of just being lazy around, like don't want to do anything with myself. And I also got some people in some of the videos talking about how people come online and just don't put any effort into their look. It reflects where they are mentally. I'm not saying when you're home you have to be all dull. Even sometimes when you're home, I do that. Sometimes when I'm home, I'm all dolled up. Like I just put on like I like looking good for myself, and that is what I love doing. So please, if you know you don't feel your best, please try and seek help and start putting effort into the way you look, how you move, because it's also going to affect the things you attract. So let's talk now into really in the spiritual realm. I understand that when you want to attract something, when you want to have something, you have to look a certain way. If you don't, and it also have to do with your appearance, what you are on the inside, especially if you believe in manifestation and all that and all, and even in prayers, okay, even if you believe in prayers and all that, the way you feel on the inside reflects on what you are on the outside. So when you want certain things or you want to attract certain type of people, certain energy, you have to look the part. And one thing I've come to, I'm not saying that people that don't put effort on their look, oh, they are dirty and all that. One thing is that when you don't, I feel like you chase out some good energy coming to you, because deep down you're just like, you don't care about yourself, so why should God care about you? You're not putting any effort to yourself, so why should He put effort on you? And that's one way I see myself, and that's how I navigate life. Like I always say, the most important person in your life is you. So always look out for yourself, always take care of yourself, and that also reflects on the things that comes to you, the energy you pull, the people you pull, the people that fill your space. It is very, very important. So yeah, for me, I agree with him 100% that look matters and look can take you so far. And the sister talking about how look is like a currency. Probably, I agree. I agree 100%. Anyway, guys, please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. Love to know what you think about this amazing conversation down in the comment section. But please keep it respectful. As always, here on this channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we'll do it in a respectful way. So feel free, share your opinion. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push out my content for more people to see. And that'll be you supporting this channel and this girl, yeah? With that all said, guys, subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.